it's Matilda and Belinda from MSJ, and welcome to our channel. We've been feeling a bit stagnant in our styling videos, especially because it feels to us as if we're doing what everyone else is doing but not being true to ourselves. And we want to live an authentic and true to who we really are. We also started this journey to look better, to feel better, and to be there for each other in this journey.
Our journey has really birthed out of the place that we are. So this channel and everything linked to this channel has birthed out of Matilda and I really grasping deeply who we are. So it's been a natural outflowing. What you see on the outside of us has been a natural outflowing of what's been going on the inside of us.
Yes, and I think to do just what everyone else is doing won't work for us because we aren't shopping, we aren't unboxing, we aren't doing hauls. That's not who we are. We are doing slow fashion, so we can't look like everybody else. We can't do the same things, and we need to find and show you what we really want in what we are doing in our lives
and where we want to take the channel. So we will never ever do a massive unboxing or a haul. You will see us buying new things or buying second-hand things or
intercepting
things that are supposed to go to our store. You will see that, and you will see us styling clothing that is already in our closet. So we are not going to buy for the sake of styling. That's never ever going to be our goal. We want to show you, the woman who is conscious of her closet, that you do not need to buy new to look good. Looking good on the outside honestly comes from the inside. So whatever you have in your closet, as long as it's not torn or really old and out of shape or doesn't fit you well, you can use and you can create outfits from that. You can alter it, you can upcycle it, you can add a collar to a plain t-shirt, you can put beautiful buttons on a classic blazer if you buy a blazer that has a missing button. There's so much that you can do, and that's what we want to focus on in this channel. We've seen what other women can do, and they are doing it excellently. And we don't want to copy that. We want to do what is authentic and real for us. And neither Matilda and I,
we're not stylists.
We're not stylists.
But we want to look good. And I think we are good for each other in the regard that we can say, especially Belinda can say, well, try this, or what about this jewelry? She has a good eye for it. And we can bring that to the table.
Yes. So we want to change it up a little bit, and we'd love to hear from you. So if there's something specific that you want to see us do, please put it down in the comment section below. Everything that we do on this channel flows out of our friendship with each other. Our friendship is the key element to making this channel successful. And we want to honor our friendship more and more with regard to this channel. So our focus will be friendship focused, and whatever flows out of that is always going to be secondary to our friendship.
Yeah, and our friendship, we thought it started about 10 years ago, but then Belinda, you were making photo books, that's what you call it, for her children. And she saw photos of us from 2007. So it's been 13 years.
This is our 13th year of friendship.
Yeah.
And I realized that it was 13 years ago that I started homeschooling my son.
And
that makes sense.
Because I've always homeschooled my children. That's how our friendship started, with sharing our passion for our children and what we were doing with them. But our style then
left much to be desired. We will insert a photograph or two, much to our chagrin or embarrassment, because it really was terrible.
You should think that when you are 13 years younger that you would look better than you do now, but that's not the truth.
And obviously, because neither of us is in the fashion industry, neither of us has ever been very interested in fashion, me more so than Matilda. Not specifically fashion, I won't say it's fashion, I would just say that I want to look good. I've never been a person who buys trends, and we're never going to be those women who buy trends. We're never going to buy trends for the sake of buying a trend. But we will insert pictures of us in our past, and you can see how untrendy we were even back then.
Really untrendy. We were, and I realized that even then I had a hard time buying clothes.
Matilda doesn't spend money on clothing, so if it comes her way,
yeah,
she's very grateful for it, but she is changing.
I want to change it up a bit. I don't want to spend huge amounts of money on anything just because I like it. I want to shop the list, but I do want more clothes that fit me properly, because I think that's the big struggle is if you get something from someone else, you just make do, even though maybe it's a bad fit or whatever, just because you're stingy like me. But I want to change that now.
Yes, and if you buy clothes that fit you, you present yourself in a better way.
And you feel self-confident to walk into a place. You don't think, oh, don't look at me because I know this isn't, it's not quite where it should be. You feel confident, and I think we are confident now. So I want to show my confidence, and I want to be the best version of me I can be, and the best friend I can be as well. I haven't made deep connections with people in a long time. So Belinda in my life is really a good thing for me, and it's good for me to stick with it, because I can easily just not stick with the thing.
With me?
With anything. But now I can stick with you.
I think Matilda and I came together approximately 13 years ago through other friends, and none of those women are in my life any longer. Matilda has to do with one person that's on the periphery.
Yes, we
share. We do share one friend that's in our life. There's one woman, and then there's another one that's on the periphery of Matilda's life.
Yeah, for happy birthdays and things like that. Yeah. Yeah, so it's interesting how these people, because we didn't have a close friendship then.
No.
We did get along, and our boys were good friends, but we didn't really have a deep relationship then. That only started about when?
2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just been a natural progression of friendship. There's been no forcing it. It's been very organic.
I think so too. Yeah.
And that's why I think Matilda can maintain it.
Yeah, and I think because I'm now more myself, it's not as hard work to maintain a relationship, because Belinda knows me, so I can relax in her company, where previously I think I had a lot of masks and walls and things, and I didn't want people to know the real me, but she's stuck with it, the real me, if she likes it or not.
No, I do, of course I like it, otherwise I wouldn't be here, because I'm being just as real.
Oh, good.
Yes, and I think the Matilda that I knew 13 years ago, so maybe we can just share a little bit about that. The Matilda that I knew 13 years ago was very self-conscious. She did not speak up. She was the wallflower of the group. She always agreed with everybody. She didn't have strong opinions, and if she did, and one of the other women didn't agree with her, she quickly shut herself off and didn't speak for the rest of the day. And she was much more comfortable with the children than she was with the rest of us women.
Yeah.
How did you see me then, and how am I different?
I saw Belinda then as someone with a strong personality, and she still obviously can't go away. She didn't become a timid mouse suddenly. She wasn't that open-minded, I think.
No.
Yeah. So she was very set in a certain way of thinking, and we all were. It wasn't like she was the only one.
But I was vocal about it.
But she was the vocal one. So I could hear, because I was the observer, I could hear all these things and what she was saying. And I always thought, wow, I wish I could be so self-confident, and I wish I could speak up. And so, because you really did. And Belinda's still that, but now much more free. Yeah, I think free and much more pretty.
Yes, we are both far prettier. It's so strange to speak of that because we never took much interest in our appearance when we were younger.
Oh, we didn't. We thought it was shallow if you were too focused on how you looked.
And the group of friends that we were with didn't take
Nobody bothered really.
care of themselves. So their lives revolved around their children, although that never was fulfilling for me. I played that part. As much as Matilda was playing a part, I was also playing a part. I think that we portrayed ourselves as somebody that we thought that the group was going to accept. And I was a little bit more out there. I was a little bit more controversial. I've always been quite controversial than Matilda. She will never be controversial. It isn't who she is. And that is okay. And I'm owning my controversial nature a little bit more. I'm not as fearful of being my controversial self.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now that's good. And Belinda opens my eyes to a lot of things that I wouldn't think about. I wouldn't necessarily think about a lot of important things. I do like to understand things, but if it's not given to me on my plate, on my Instagram feed, I probably won't think about it. And Belinda's more, she thinks about stuff more. And I do appreciate that, because otherwise I would just shrivel up and die. My brain will become a prune.
I disagree.
Really?
Because when we do research for our feed, but maybe that's what you're talking about.
Yes,
you wouldn't have to do this research if you...
Yeah, I wouldn't have done it if I didn't have to.
But Matilda's got a naturally inquiring mind in that regard. I go very deep where spiritual and emotional and relationship stuff is concerned, and Matilda's very factual. She loves to dig up facts. So she's great when we have to talk about sustainability versus ethical trade or fair trade. She'll be very good at doing that kind of research, whereas I found that incredibly boring. I know it's important and I can listen to it when she's already done the legwork, but I'm not the one who can research that easily. I have done it to stretch myself, but it doesn't come easily to me.
Yeah, I think we're in a good balance.
Yes.
Because Belinda's very intuitive and she feels things out. And if I have to do that, I have to really concentrate on feeling things out.
Going counterintuitive.
Totally. And so I think we're in a good balance, because then if I'm more factual and she's more intuitive, we complement one another.
Yes. A little clue of how different we are. We took a photograph for Instagram this morning, and I was taking a photograph of Matilda, and she was doing these way out poses and throwing her body and all that. And as soon as I got in front of the camera, she said to me, "Now just play a little bit," and I just stood there with my stiff pose. But that is energetically being true to who I am, and Matilda in her playfulness is energetically being very true to who she is. And we can't really talk about energy profiling because that's not our forte. We only know what we are. We'll link Carol Tuttle's website below so that you can have a look at energy profiling for yourself, but that has been one profiling system that has certainly helped us understand ourselves far more than any other personality profiling system that we've ever done.
Yes, to come into your own, it really helped a lot.
And I think that coming up to 50, we differ 4 years in age. Matilda will be 49 this year and I'll be 53. Coming up to 50 and becoming 50 has been incredibly freeing, and I think that every woman that you speak to, and if you're 50 already, or you have a mom who's 50, or you're over 50, you will know what we're talking about. There's something about just embracing yourself, just understanding that you are different, understanding who you are and accepting all of you, and loving the body that you're in, loving the face that you were blessed with. And you know, and Matilda's got gorgeous thick hair and it's straightish. I've got curly fine hair and just about none of it, but we are embracing that and we are loving ourselves, and that is one of the most important things that we've discovered about ourselves.
Yeah, acceptance, self-love, being authentic, and not hiding anymore. Definitely not hiding anymore.
Definitely not. Okay, so that gives you some sort of idea of the area that we're going to be moving into, and obviously this is a channel about mature fashion, and we're never going to move completely away from that, but we are going to present it to you in slightly different ways. And we hope that you find that our new ways of presenting it are going to be fun, because we are excited about taking this channel in a different direction. So thank you for coming along this journey with us. We really do appreciate that. If you like the content that we are sharing with you, please hit the subscribe button below and click on the bell so that you are notified every time that we put out a video. We do put out a video every single Wednesday. We'd love for you to join us on our journey.
Yes, please do.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.